power of you controlling your breathing right now. Feel the power of you enjoying your greatest gift right now. That's you. That's your presence. That's your greatest power. Your power to determine to stay in the present, in the now, and be your true great being that you are. No matter what. In this present moment, everything is here you need right now. So let's see ourselves today doing the best we can in the gym of life. Here we are again. Controlling our minds. Controlling our breathing. One great thought at a time. One great breath at a time. So see yourself doing your best on all the exercises we do today together, here and now. That's your determination, your greatest power, power that's the same in you and every human being on the planet. Good morning, determination. How's everyone doing today? What a day again. Great day. Here we are. May not like exactly all the conditions that are going on right now, but we are here right now together, working on our minds and working on our bodies. So here we go. When I say go, we're going to start doing our best jog on the spot, or you can go back and forth if you want to just walk. Remember to keep in mind the safety of the space you are working with. Always keep that in mind. Here we go. When I say go, we're going to do our best jog ever. But you got to see it in your mind first. That's where everything begins, in your mind. But to be your true great self, you also sometimes have to get out of your mind just to be you. Just to be. Here we go. Jogging on the spot. Again, feel the control of you. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. You always have that power to determine, to take control of your breathing, your mind, and your body. That's what keeps us here and now, in the present. The greatest gift we all have always. Almost there. Keep going. Determination. Keep going. All right. And let's walk it out. Back and forth. Or just walk on the spot if that's all the space you have. All right, everyone. Let's start off with our shoulder rolls. Here we go. 10 shoulder rolls forward. So the power of all of us right now, watching this, working together on one thing. No matter what's going on, we can stay in the present, right here, right now. And backwards. let's do arm circles forward. Here we go, arm circles forward. 10 forward, and we'll go 10 backwards. Then feel the power of you enjoying moving your body, being free to move through space. And backwards. Okay, here we go. Now let's do hands on our hips, bend your knees, and side stretch. Alright, and let's twist our body now. So 5 on each side. Keep your feet flat on the floor. Alright, excellent. Okay, let's do 5 push-ups together. Our best 5 push-ups. Here we go. If you gotta keep your knees down on the ground, that's fine. Just do the best you can. Alright, let's do 5 sit-ups. Alright, and standing up. And let's do 5 squats. Our best 5 squats ever. Excellent. Let's do lunges, 3 on each side. Arms up. Excellent. All right. And 10-second plank. Bring these knees off the ground. Hold it there for 10. Good work, everyone, and stand up and reach for the sky or the ceiling on your toes, depending on where you are. Feel the joy of reaching. If you lose your balance, get back up again. Never give up, no matter what. All right, now let's reach for our toes, straight knees. Again, feel the joy of the process of you reaching. Trying to go a little bit further than last time without hurting yourself. You know the truth about you and how much you can do right here, right now. Okay, and come on up again. Let's balance. Grab one leg. Find that balance. Again, if you have to imagine yourself with roots underneath your feet that have grown through the ground fully, deep into the earth, do that. If that helps you. And switch. Notice the power of all of us right now. Controlling our minds, to control our bodies, to control our breathing, and to control our balance. Alright, and now let's hug our knee. Here we go. Bend the other one if you have to. Find that balance point and pull the knee up. Hug your knee, give it a good hug. And switch the other one. Feel the joy of you finding your balance in this moment right now. It's the same way you can do it in anything in life. Alright, okay, and let's
when the morning comes, I watch you rise. There's a paradise they couldn't capture, that bright infinity inside your eyes.
매일 밤 내게 날아가 꿈이란 것도 잊은 채 나 웃으며 너를 만나 Never ending forever baby. Put together. Because we come from different sides. You are my universe, and I just want to put you first. You are my universe, and you make my world light up inside. My universe, my universe, my universe. 나를 밝혀주는 군 너란 사랑으로 수놓아진 별내 우주에 넌 다른 세상을 만들어주는 걸 너는 내 별이자 나의 우주니까 지금의 시련도 결국엔 잠시니까 너는 언제까지나 지금처럼 밝게만 빛나줘 우리는 나로 따라 이긴 밤을 수놓고 너와 함께 날아가 When I'm without you I'm crazy 자 어서 내 손을 잡아 We are made of each other baby You are my universe and I just want to put you first You are my universe and you make the whole light up inside My universe My universe My
Messi running onto it, still Messi, and Messi makes it 4.
Morning, everybody. I want to talk today about the power of positivity and just how powerful our minds are in looking for positivity everywhere. I remember Tony Robbins saying that whatever we focus on, that's where energy flows. So where focus goes, energy flows. And energy, your thought, your ability to think, is the greatest form of energy in the universe. So think about that and let's apply it today. Look for positivity everywhere. Be relentless. Wherever you are, whatever you're experiencing, whoever you're with, look for the positive. It is not being blind to reality. It is taking your powerful mind and actually focusing on what's positive in this world, because there's so much that's positive. You do that, and that power of your positivity is endless, and it will affect endless others. So I challenge you now and forever to do it. Have a great day, everybody.
I'm sure you've faced enough hardship in your life. What has been the biggest obstacle you've faced?
Myself, lack of belief. Whatever we're trying to help people with is still the thing that you struggle with the most. It's just on the next level. So, like, I can believe myself to do this. Like, I joked before we went live, like, oh, I'm nervous. Oh, don't be nervous. I'm not nervous, dude. But it's like the belief to do the bigger thing. What's the bigger thing? And can I do it? And then I try to catch myself. Like, I think a lot of times, again, these are automatic programs that we're running that are hard to catch. So an example is when we cross 50 people, we're at 63 people on the team now. Once we crossed 50, I was doing an Instagram live or post or something, and I said, oh man, 50 people, that's crazy. You know, like, it's such a big number. And then I got home later and realized that's not crazy. If I think that's crazy, then how am I going to make it to 500?
We talked
Right?
about that exact same thing on my podcast.
Yeah, that's a great example of a limiting belief, right? Like, I don't believe in myself enough. I don't even know how to have 500 people on my team. And I don't think it's possible. If I'm trying to solve some grand problem, 500 people is nothing compared to what's been done. And I know that logically, but I don't feel that emotionally. And so, like, you don't live in your brain, you live in your emotions. That's something I'm constantly working on. It's why I watch the videos every morning, because Elon Musk says something, or Warren Buffett, or Oprah, or whoever, and it like hits me a certain way. Like, shoot, okay, yep, okay. Need motivation?
Watch a top 10 with Believe Nation.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and I watch these videos every day because I need them for motivation. Being around successful entrepreneurs every morning helps me believe that I can do great things too. It's like your morning coffee, but for your goals, kickstarting your day with a blast of positivity. So here is a challenge for you. Try watching one video every morning for the next 30 days, and let's find out together if they help you do great things too. If you're in, leave a hashtag Believe in the comments below so I can celebrate with you. So today, let's learn from me and my team's take on my top 10 rules of success. Believe. Rule number 2 is take action.
I think a lot of people put too much pressure on being perfect with their creations. And one thing that has helped me over the years is understanding that creation is messy. That you will never have it fully figured out. And if you wait till you have it fully figured out, it's probably too late. And that's been the breaks from too many people's creative ambitions. It's like, oh, I don't know how it's going to all work out. I have to have the perfect business plan, yada, yada. And then like nothing ends up happening. Versus you get an idea, put it to work. Even on small things. It's like this idea came to me, well, we were here. I mean, you could even probably put in some of that B-roll. Justin and I were sitting here talking. He came over. We had he filmed my mastermind event and said we should do something else together. And why don't we meet? That was a little test for you, right? Because I said, why don't we meet up? But I only had a window before I had to leave for my trip. And so if you didn't come on that day, it would have been like now that we met up and they're like, oh, I don't know who, Justin, what? I don't know that guy, right? So it's like that one little test of like, hey, can you meet up? And then you came over when we spent a couple hours. And this is one of the ideas that we talked about. And said, okay, let's put it to work. And now here we are, like first week of me being back from the trip, and we're filming. And what does it look like? I don't even know. I mean, Justin has a little bit of a vision here. I have a bit of a vision, but we're just creating, and we're going to see where it leads. And this first episode might be a total train wreck. We may not get what we want. Might pivot 1,000 times. But like that's the creative process. It's messy. And in the doing, you start to figure out what you love, but also what works.
Rule number 3 is appreciate feedback.
How do you handle criticism or like negative feedback?
I love feedback. The podcast that I started is called Tell Me Why I Suck. And so this was a weird strategy that I used when I would go to events. I would ask people for feedback. Like there's very few people who can get feedback from my YouTube channel, for example, right? Like we've grown to a size where it's like most people, it's not going to be able to help you. But then when you find somebody who like can actually give you help, what I found was people would be nice. They wouldn't tell you everything. Mm-hmm. And so if you're asking for advice on something, the person that you're talking to might have like 3 bits of advice to give you. They'll usually share the safest one because they don't want to hurt your feelings. They don't want to make you upset. They don't want to like just be blunt, especially if they've never met you, they don't know you. Mm-hmm. So I would always start those conversations. Okay, dude, Justin, tell me why I suck. Like, look at my channel or whatever. Look at my business plan. Look at my outfit. Look at my whatever. And just tell me why I suck. Like, it's the worst thing ever. And it gives them permission to be honest. Because then they say, well, you don't suck, man. But like, here's what I would do. 1, 2, 3. I love getting feedback and try to get as much as I can about it. Now, some people are very mean. And they may not, like that's when you're meeting somebody in person. People are very rarely yelling at you and calling you names and whatever else when they're right in front of you. People are like keyboard warriors, but then get super shy when they're seeing the person face to face. So if you talk about criticism, like how do you handle a bad YouTube comment or something? Yeah. One is, can I learn something from it? So even if it wasn't perfectly packaged, like if you can only take feedback when it's wrapped up in this little gift and you have all these candies around it and with the compliment sandwich and everything else, like I love you, Justin, your video is awesome, but there's like one little thing that maybe you want to look at, you know. Like if that's the only way you can take feedback, you're just never going to get the feedback you need to grow, right? It's just not going to happen. So can I learn something from it? And then if not, then understand, like if somebody's coming and they're just leaving hate, you know, like I don't like you because of, I don't know, whatever. You're bald. You have a big nose. I hate the sound of your voice. He's like, whatever, right? You think about, and this takes practice. And luckily with YouTube and any platform, typically at the beginning, you're small, you don't get a lot of comments. And then the early comments are usually pretty positive. And then as you get bigger, you get more notoriety, a percentage of them start to be negative. But if you think about what mindset does somebody have to be in to come and leave a negative comment on your video? Like they woke up and chose negativity.
Yeah.
Like how bad of the highlight of their day is coming to your video, they never met you, and saying that, they don't like your nose strip, right?
Yeah,
it's like, how bad of a mindset do they have to be in that day? And if you can do that, it removes the sting of the words, right? Back to the earlier when I said, like, if you understand somebody's environment, you can understand why they're acting a certain way. So if you stepped into their life, you would probably hate your life. Like if you actually stepped into this person's life and saw what they're dealing with every day,
you'd understand.
Yeah, it's like you would probably be negative, super negative too. It doesn't mean that what they're doing is right, and it doesn't necessarily give them a pass. It doesn't mean you have to agree with them or even have to put up with it. But it removes the sting so that you're not sitting there 3 weeks later still thinking about this comment, about how you are blank.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people, why they stop any new thing, not just making content. I mean, having Toronto Dance Salsa, the salsa dancing business, there's a lot of people who they go dancing one time at a club and they can't follow a move and they get rejected or whatever, they never go back.
Yeah.
That's it. It's like, oh, I saw, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm never doing that again. That was too embarrassing.
Rule number 4 is take risks.
What made you choose Alex to be the first person to do the series with?
I didn't choose Alex. The previous owner chose Alex. I would not have picked Alex. And because she was loyal to him and then she was out, I just thought it was my duty to at least give him a shot. So she started the training with him. I'd already told him, I don't think he's going to be a good fit. I told her, I don't think he's going to be a good fit. But because she had already started the process, I said, okay, I'll at least give him a shot. But in my mind, I was already, okay, he's going to be out and I'm going to have to find somebody else to do it. But it was that moment in the car where I gave him the option. Like, he should have said no. It doesn't make sense for him to say yes. At that time, he was only the assistant. So imagine if you're setting up you're going to go do a shoot and you have a production assistant who's there and just kind of setting up gear and helping you focus or whatever, but you're the guy. And your assistant's doing maybe 10%, 20% of the work. And then you're saying, okay, you are going to actually go in and do the whole thing. And for 3 hours of 3 different classes. So he should have said no to that. And I didn't give him much of a timeline, right? We're driving to the class. It's about to start in 20 minutes. And the fact that he said yes was the difference maker for me to say, okay, I'm going to invest more time in this guy. I like to sneakily give people tests. And they're tests that they should say no to. And if they say no, it's it's expected. It's not necessarily a knock. If Alex said no, I wouldn't be like, oh, you suck, you're out. But the fact that he said yes just makes it extra special that, okay, we're going to do something here. So that's actually pretty common. There'll be moments where I'm mentoring somebody and coaching somebody, and it's an okay relationship. It's not an in-depth relationship. And then I'll give them some kind of homework or assignment or opportunity that is on a tight timeline that they should say no to, and most people do. But it's the ones who say yes. Even if the result sucks, the 3 classes that Alex went and taught that night were not very good. He had no prep time. He didn't really know what he was doing. But the fact that he said yes to it made me say yes to him. And so, for whatever reason, I like to put people on the spot and see what they do. We filmed a little Instagram video earlier today. I was like, okay, Justin, here you go. What's your message? And just put them on the spot and see what comes up. And not to the point where they're going to fail and hate themselves or decrease their belief. But I think people need that. But they need to be put in situations where they didn't think it was possible. They didn't think anybody would challenge them like this. They're being given an opportunity that they had never even conceived of, and it's happening right now. And so they have to make a choice. Are you picking the life that you want, or are you staying safe in the life that you have?
Also, to make sure you're actually taking action after watching this video, I've designed a special free worksheet just for this video. The worksheet will highlight our favorite lessons from the video that will inspire you to remember what you learned today and actually apply them. The worksheet will also give you space to write down what your key takeaways are and your specific plan of action to make sure you're getting results. If you want the worksheet designed specifically for this video, absolutely for free, there's a link in the description below. Go click on it and start building the momentum in your life and your business. I'll see you there.
Rule number 5 is find great mentors.
Let's sit down and reach for our toes, straight knees. There we go. And feel the gift of you. Trying to be your best. The best you. Not your best compared to others. Just your best you. Alright, V shape with our legs, and let's reach for the floor as far away from our body as we can. Again. Enjoy the process. Enjoy the reaching. You'll never get to an end point. There is no end point. You're infinite. Reach for one to the other side. Everything straight. We gotta learn to love the process of everything we're doing. That's what will always keep us mind healthy, and more importantly, mind wealthy. And switch. Wealthy meaning that we choose courage, we choose determination over fear, over giving up. Okay, and let's bring our feet together and gently push our knees down with our elbows. Hold it there for 10 seconds. Always remember your breathing. And one leg forward, one leg back. Go as far back as you can. Keep that knee down. Just feel the power, the joy of this moment right now. This is how we win. One moment at a time. And switch. We always win if we control our minds. We don't let our minds control us. It's not the way it's supposed to be. We are infinitely intelligent. We control our minds. Alright, and let's roll onto our bellies. Push the floor and look up at the ceiling. Or the sky, wherever you are. Ready? Here we go. Okay, and legs crossed again, back straight, eyes closed. Breathing in through our nose, out through our mouth. Feeling the joy in every breath. Now, let's see in our mind today the vision we want to create for our best exercises. For me today, I'm going to see myself doing my best on each of the 2 songs I choose on one exercise each. So I'm going to see in my mind myself holding the lunge position for each leg as long as possible, hopefully for the duration of the first song. And then for the second song, I'm going to see myself holding a V sit-up position as long as I can. You don't have to choose those exercises. You may if you want. But you can see in your mind right now, whatever exercise you love doing, as long as you're doing it safely. You can dance, you can jump, you can do jumping jacks, lunges, squats, whatever your heart desires right now. As long as you stay safe. You know how to stay safe. You're made of rules, truth, principles that are designed to keep you safe, happy, successful, and free and peaceful all the time. It's a matter of wanting. You gotta want to be safe, healthy, and happy. You gotta want it so bad as you want it. everybody. Here I go. My best to hold the lunge position on each leg. What about you? What are you going to do? Whatever you do, remember, your happiness is dependent on you doing your best on whatever it is you're doing. So here we go. Sometimes I'll keep my arms out like this too. Sometimes I'll put them out this way. Sometimes I'll bring them up. Slowly bring them back down. Just enjoying the pleasure of my body. This is pure happiness for me. Working on my mind and body all at once. And I want it for you. I want you to know that the way you do this, the way you control your mind to do this, the way you can do anything. Remember, our body has limits that we have yet to discover, but our mind is unlimited. More importantly, you control your mind, which makes you infinitely intelligent. Happiness is this. Thank you. Hallelujah. Thank you. Thank you, infinite intelligence. See that space between what you choose to do when that pain, discomfort sets in. What you choose to do. That's the other leg now. Shake off that burn. Wherever you are, you are fully enjoying the moment right now. Your happiness is always up to you. Always, no matter what. You clap along if you feel happy. Hope you're enjoying your exercise right now, wherever you are. Love my own determination. Still going, even though my legs are shaking. I'm uncomfortable. I get to choose what's next. Alright. I'm proud of my effort. Proud of my determination. I hope you are too, wherever you are. We still got more. We gotta keep going. Here we go. Let's go. Determination. Let's go. Keep going wherever you are until the song's over. Or if you got your own song on, keep going, keep going. Love your effort, love your process right now.
swapping passes, and Messi scored.
Good morning, everybody. Today, Jack Ma ends off his top 10 rules for success with us, and his last one is one that stands out for me. It's have passion. This is one that is the activating force in anything great that people have ever done, that you can ever do. You have to have passion. It has to be so in you that you love it, that you breathe it, that you think it. Think about your loved ones. Think about the people you love most in this world. Think about something you've ever loved most in this world. It could be something like, I don't know, playing a video game or anything. Something that has such a powerful force. If you can have that passion and apply it to something that is worthwhile in serving others, there is no limit to what you can do. My passion is spreading as much positivity in this world, where I stand, where I am, with the help of everybody. So I use Jack Ma's thoughts. I hope you do, for now and forever. Have a great day, everybody.
I want to talk about mentorship and the role it plays in your life, whether you were mentored or the mentorship that you provide others. For example, like Alex.
It's always much faster to grow when you have somebody to guide you on how to do it. An okay mentor tells you what they would do. A great mentor would tell you what you should do, knowing what they know. So like, I should be able to give you advice that I would never follow myself, but that you should do. Like, what would you do? What would the ideal version of you do, knowing what I know? Because it wouldn't be what I would do. It'd be what you would do, but knowing what I know.
That makes a lot of sense.
And mentorship can start with videos, right? How do I find a mentor? I'm like, well, go watch videos. It's like, I've learned a lot from people that I've never met.
Yeah.
Right? And so you can go and choose to watch a video every day. It's why I do what I do. It's like, hopefully I post a video today that might spark somebody to make a shift in their life. So it doesn't have to be this intense relationship. That's always better. But like, I've never met Elon Musk. I'm not hanging out with him every day, but I can learn from the way he thinks, some parts of it, and make my life hopefully better. So I think a good mentor will basically help you try on new clothes. Like, you're trying to, you've never seen these clothes before, now you're trying on these new clothes, but it doesn't quite fit because it's like their clothes. Like, they're giving you their clothes from their closet. And so these super nice, expensive clothes, great. It looks way better than what you've got, but it doesn't quite fit. So you have to adjust it. Like, it just won't feel you because it's them. A great mentor will tailor it. So like, their hips may be out here, but they're gonna tuck it in to make it work for you. They would never wear that suit because it doesn't fit them, but it's the right one for you. And that's really hard. I think you have to like mentoring. Like, I like mentoring. It's really fun for me. It's to the point where it's a weakness, and I keep people on for too long who I love mentoring, but like, they're not doing what they should be doing. I should be mentoring other people, right? I mean, to the point where it's a flaw. But if you are a HR-driven CEO, use it as a strength. The hardest part is figuring out like the willingness to give advice that you wouldn't follow because it's actually the best thing for them, right? Not out of like King Solomon, you can't follow your own advice.
Yeah.
But out of it's actually better advice for the person, because your goal is to help them make decisions for their life, but with the knowledge that you have.
Rule number 6 is educate your customers.
The biggest shift I've seen is YouTube has become the default education platform. So when somebody's going to learn something, they go to YouTube to learn. They're not going to the library. They're not asking their mom. They're going to YouTube. Say, how do I blank? It's like, how do I become a videographer? How do I learn how to use this Canon, whatever you're using? What is this, Justin? C70. Canon C70. Chances are you watch YouTube videos on how to learn it and how to do the settings and how to figure all that stuff out, right? And so YouTube is now the place that people go to learn. It's still a great entertainment platform. You can, movie trailers and lots of fun stuff there. but it's become the default place for education, where if you're in thought leadership or you're an entrepreneur or you have a business, if you want people to buy from you, the best thing you can do is put out education in front of the thing that you sell. So whenever you're in a sales conversation, you have a prospect coming in, they have questions. And so you have to educate them on what it's like working with someone like you. If I'm going to hire a videographer, people have questions. What does the setup look like? How much time do you need? How much does it cost? All these kinds of questions. So there's education that has to be involved in every interaction with the client. Now you can do it at scale with video on YouTube. And so people are going to learn, if you are out there making content that's helping people, some people want to do it themselves and they'll never hire you. Cool, let them do it themselves. Other people value speed and they're just looking for the person they can go hire. I could figure out how to use this Canon, I already forgot the name, C7 something? C70. I could figure out how to do all this stuff. I don't want to. I'd rather hire an expert like Justin to come in and do it. And so the people who would much rather hire the person to come in, that's how you start to get business. And so if you put out educational content, think about the most common 20 to 40 questions that your clients ask you or prospects or leads ask you, and then making videos about that so you can start educating people. Then people can find you, and some will try to do it themselves. Great, that's a free service you provided to the world, good for humanity. But others will say, okay, wow, I don't want to learn all this stuff. Who can I hire who's just going to help me? And then they pick up the phone and they call you. So using YouTube as lead generation for your business has been tremendous.
Rule number 7 is have a schedule.
What is your definition on an ideal work-life balance? Like you do, like everyone out there that knows you, you do a lot. So what's your ideal work-life balance situation like?
So I have a schedule and I try to stick to my schedule. And the schedule, I think, saves me when I don't know what to do. Because I don't wake up every day and be like, I know exactly what I'm going to. I don't wake up every day like, oh my God, I'm so in the flow. I know exactly what I'm doing today. And that's where my schedule saves me. So like we're filming this on a Tuesday. Tuesday is my YouTube day. I know I'm going to be doing YouTube stuff. You came over to my place at 3. We're going to go film some other stuff. And that's going to go till like 11 or whatever tonight. So, but from when I got up until 3, I can work on YouTube stuff, thumbnails. I mean, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be doing, but it's all in the YouTube world. But today's actually a great example. I had a really bad sleep last night for whatever. I had a great sleep the night before, like great, dude. It was insane. And I think that actually messed up my next night's sleep. So I ended up getting up. And so I'm not as go as I would be on a Tuesday. And that's okay. So I woke up, and when I wake up, first thing, usually like I get outside, I start playing a video from my own channel, put some Warren Buffett or whoever in my ear, and I go for a run. And I go for my run, and I'm getting to the end of my run, and I usually at the end of the run, like the last little bit, like sprint to finish it, and I'm coming up to the sprint point, and I might pass out. It probably wasn't even smart to go for the run because I'm tired. And so I stopped, I walked the rest of it. Instead of sprinting, and I usually pat myself on the back for like sprinting, whatever, I just walked, but that's okay. And it's been I haven't been able to do as much or be on my game as much as I normally would on a Tuesday. And that's okay. I'm not judging myself for not getting other stuff done. Even when you walked in here, I'm popping an Advil because I gotta do however many hours of content. Filming. So I like having a schedule. The schedule keeps me on path. If you were to look back on your week or look at the week ahead and say, okay, what do I want to get done this week? I like having buckets for different days so that I can stay focused. But then within the day, if something happens, either I might be on fire and I need to continue through, which happens too, or I might be tired. Those are the easy ones where you're on fire, I'm just going to work all night. Yeah. Cool. But it's when something goes wrong, there's a sickness, or an emotional issue dealing with death in a family, whatever, right? That's okay. I'm not judging myself. There's another Tuesday coming next week, and I'll keep filming then. So it's I like having a schedule. I think it's really helpful. And then still adjusting within the day. And I don't know, I think people really judge themselves too much. I didn't get enough done today. It's okay, you do the best you can with what you have. And tomorrow's another day.
Rule number 8 is be a great storyteller.
This skateboard is the first thing that I ever bought with my own money. I saved up from allowance and chores and selling baseball cards and whatever to buy this skateboard. It cost me $40, which was huge at the time. and I got it at Canadian Tire, and it was the first thing that my parents said, if you want a skateboard, you have to buy it yourself. We're not buying you a skateboard. And so I still have it. I'm not really a giant collector. Like most of the stuff, I'm not a hoarder. Most of the stuff that I want to share is basically here. Like I don't have tons and tons of files. But this thing I've saved with me since, I don't know how old I was, 8 or 9 years old. So 35 years, I've carried this from place to place to place. And then I did an interview with Mikey Taylor. And Mikey Taylor is a former pro skateboarder who's won the second most amount of money as a pro skateboarder. It's Tony Hawk that everybody knows. Everyone knows Tony Hawk, and then you can't name another pro skateboarder, most people. Mikey Taylor is number 2 on like career earnings. And so I did an interview with him. He's got a new business, something capital, C capital, commune capital. And he came on the show. He's now an entrepreneur, and I showed him this, and I said, "What do you think about this?" And he's like, "I've never heard of that brand, Croc." And I held it up and I showed it to him. He's like, "Yeah, that skateboard's a piece of crap," which is fine. So it's a piece of crap, but it's the first thing that I bought with my own money, so it means a lot to me. This coffee is from Pike's Place. So Pike Place is an area in Seattle, and this was the very first Starbucks. If you see the logo here, that was the original Starbucks logo. And they have a original Starbucks coffee shop in Pike Place that still has that logo. And I went there in, is there a year on this? 2016. Went there in 2016, and I was writing my book. And the first book that I wrote with a major publisher was called Your One Word, and we did that with Penguin Random House, I think. I'd have to look back. I think it was Penguin Random House. And I mentioned Howard Schultz, who started Starbucks, in the book because he said Starbucks was started off of one word, love. And the idea of one word is figure out your most important core value, your one word, and then build a life and a business around it. And so the fact that Starbucks, Howard Schultz, created the company off of his one word of love, I thought was really cool, and I included it in the book. And we almost got him as an interview for the book. That's a whole other story. But I went to Pike Place in Seattle. I was there, and I was very close to finishing my book. And I went in and I asked the barista if I could work there to finish my book, because nobody was sitting there. If you ever go to this coffee shop, nobody actually stays in the store. They just buy the thing and leave. Where most Starbucks, like you see people working on laptops. So it is okay if I like work here. So yeah, like nobody ever works here. It'd be great if you can work here. So I was there and I finished my book and I submitted my draft to my publisher while at the very first Starbucks location. So I finished my first book at the very first Starbucks location, which was a cool little story because I also talked about Starbucks in my book. And so then I bought a Pike Place coffee. So this is the beans that they sell there, and I haven't opened it, and it just sits on my shelf as the reminder that that little coffee shop started from just one idea, and now they've become a multi-billion-dollar company. And I'm trying to have a similar ripple effect in the world with the content that I'm making too.
Rule number 9 is understand the power of YouTube.
Do you
Next one for me is holding my V sit-up position. Even if I let go, I'm gonna get back up. So the full duration of the song. Whatever you're doing, enjoy it fully. Follow your heart and soul. Here we go. Keep going. You can get back up. Keep going and getting better all the time. Even if your body slows you down. Remember those limits. We're always discovering hope. Sometimes I'll change my arm position just to keep my balance. keep it. Love the process of just constantly pushing a little bit more. Go again. Still going. We got music in us. Bring out our music over here. Keep pushing. Keep striving. Keep going to find and be your true great self. Focus on your power of determination. No matter what. Destined to bring yourself up. Alrighty. Awesome. Proud of the effort. Hope you are too. Here we go.
Can this be real? It's like I'm living a dream, but it's how everyone feels. We all unite with one feel. So let's wave our hands. We can sing, we can dance. We are strong, hold on tight. From afar we unite. Ah yeah, ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives. Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our. This is the time of our. Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives. Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives. I love this moment right now. No one can take it away. So let it happen and how. It's why I cherish each day. So let's wave our hands. We can sing, we can dance. We are strong, hold on tight. From afar we unite.
Here we go.
Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives. Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives. Ah yeah, here we go, ah yeah. This is the time of our lives.
Morning, guys. Again, I'm going to borrow from Les Brown. As you can see, he's got an amazing sense of humor as I'm drawing a lot of my material to remind us to laugh our way to infinite mind wealth. Les Brown, thank you so much. Here's another example. He was talking about money at one point, and we often we don't even realize it, but we self-sabotage ourselves and with the idea that money is the root of all evil, when in fact it's the love of money that's the root of all evil. Well, he was giving an example where he was talking in a speech, and he said something about how most people believe that rich people or people with a lot of money can't be happy. And then he says the example, well, he goes, I'd rather find out for myself. I'd rather become rich and find out for myself if I can be happy. So he puts a positive, laughing spin on it. And I thought, yeah, we got to look at ourselves that way when it comes to money. So yeah, we'd rather find out for ourselves. Let's get rich and find out if we can be happy. Have a great day, everybody.
Do you think most businesses should hop on YouTube? Like
Yes.
now? Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because it's the best form of marketing. Like everybody's going to people are going to YouTube to learn. So there's a couple of reasons. The first of, for most business owners, you have to put education in front of what you're selling. So why is somebody coming to you? Well, you need to educate. You need to, you don't want anybody for your videography business. You want the right people so you have to educate who is the right person. And so YouTube is education at scale, and people are going to YouTube to learn, right? They're going to YouTube to learn now, as opposed to just being entertained. I mean, you could still watch music videos and movie trailers and food reviews and whatever, but people are now going there to learn. So that's one. The second is to be able to bring on people and make connections. Like people will hop on a podcast interview with you where you wouldn't be able to get them for a coffee meeting. So in terms of making connections with people, it's way better and easier to make content with that person than it is to try to take them out to lunch. And so for most people in entrepreneurship, whether it's a business relationship, like a partnership or an investor or whatever you're trying to build, or a mentorship relationship with somebody who you're trying to get connected to, business is a contact sport, like it's a relationship game. And so it's just a much faster and more effective way to build relationships than non-YouTube. Right? So yeah, I mean, I'm sure there are some cases. It's just like, is it valuable? Yes. Should everybody be doing it? Yes. Is it your top 3 priority? Maybe not. So like, if we look at, we're filming with Alex, right? For Toronto Dance Salsa. Does TDS have a YouTube channel? Yes. Is it the most important thing right now? No. Like customer experience is the most important thing. So that's what he's focused on. When it gets to marketing, do we need to have a YouTube channel? Can we spend more time on it? Yeah. But it's not the most important thing now. So part of being an entrepreneur is figuring out priority. Mm-hmm. People often say like, oh, I wish I had more time. Or like entrepreneurs, I wish I had more time, If I had more time, I could do all these things. Okay, the problem is not time.
It's priority.
It's like clarity over what you're going to do. Like, how are you going to prioritize your time? What is going to lead to the impact that you're after? Because you can do all that, you just can't do it all yourself. You need team to help you with everything. So what's the path to be able to go and build team? Well, you need revenue to hire team. So what's going to help you get to the revenue to the next steps so you can hire the next person on your team? So you keep focusing more and more and more on the things that you're great at, can be unique and Michael Jordan level talent at, and then hire a team to do everything else with you, right? But to do that, you need money. And so how do we start prioritizing revenue, not something else, like get some job, and within your business, how do you prioritize revenue so then you can hire a team to do all the things you want to do? So the problem is not time, the problem is clarity. You just don't know what the next step, and people have the sequence wrong. It's like you're trying to do everything at once, where it's like you need to do this sequentially, you can get a lot more growth. So like, should everybody have one? Yeah. Is it the top 3 priorities? No. But it's pretty important.
And rule number 10, the last one before a very special bonus clip, is be a great leader.
I want to touch on leadership, and I want to know, just quick, not even quick, 3 traits that someone must possess to be a great leader.
The number one, and maybe we can pull from this if you want, I think you have to want people to win more than you want them to win with you. That's what a leader does. Like, you want people on your team to win more than, as humans, more than you want them to win with you. So a lot of times people are very protective and they'll only teach certain things because they're afraid of the person leaving or going to do something else or whatever. Where ultimately, you know, like if the best thing for you is to leave, then go and leave. You know, like if you're making videos, we're doing videos, and we just listed before we went live like 3 different events coming up. Like, hey, come out to the events, film me, we'll make some content. But if the best thing for you to do is no, like you want to be a commercial cinematographer making Marvel movies or something, okay, like, dude, leave me and go do that thing. You should go do that thing. And I like, tell me your goal. I'm fighting for you to have your goal. And that means in 6 months or 2 years or whatever, you're off doing that thing. And I'm like, I'm pumped for you. Because it always ends up coming back. Like the people that we've helped and put on who have left come back, and it leads to great things later. I don't know. I'm not worried about tying somebody down. I just want to see people win. And it also helps create opportunities within your own organization. Mm-hmm. Like for some people, you know, their goal is to do blank. Okay, can we do that? Is there a way to incorporate that into, like even this? What are we going to film, Justin? I mean, I guess I came up with this idea, but you've come up with other ones. So yeah, let's do that. You know, it's like I like co-collaborating, co-creating with people. And then people feel that, like if they feel like they're learning and growing and they're doing something that matters. And like the worst thing about a job is having a boss that doesn't support you. Right? Like if you have a job where your boss doesn't want to see you win, like your life is hell. Yeah. Even if you love your coworkers and love the work you're doing, like you have a boss who doesn't support you, it's like that. I don't want to be here anymore. So like, don't be that boss. You know, we've all had bad bosses. Like, don't be that person. But that framing helped me. Is like, you want people to win more than you want people to win with you.
You got 2 more?
Oh, we want to go deeper? Okay.
What's the second trait?
Yeah, because when I think about leadership, that's what comes to mind. Trying to put yourself in their shoes. So again, understanding the environment they're coming from. We often tend to just look at the black and white numbers. And like if somebody's underperforming or under-delivering, like, well, why? You know, what's happening? Not everybody is necessarily worth, especially if they're like brand new to the team and they're already having problems, maybe that's not worth going down. But if somebody's been performing for you, then stops. Like, well, what happened? Like, it's probably something happening in their life. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people are afraid to share that. But just assume something's going on and then operate from that place instead of assuming that they suck and they're not doing their job and they're lazy. What's the third one then? Help them see the results of the work that they're doing. So one of the things that entrepreneurs, we get all the glory too, right? Like I'm doing this interview, not people on my team, mm-hmm. right? I get to do the speaking gigs. I get to hear the praises. I get to hear that like, your video changed my life. Okay, but that video that like changed your life, I probably had very little to do with it. Like this video, I mean, I guess I'm more active than other ones, but like you came up with the questions. My team's going to edit it. Somebody else is going to do the thumbnail and the title and the split testing. It's like 8 to 10 people are going to touch this video and put in more hours than I am on doing this.
You know what's so crazy? I was just having a talk with my team and the exact same thing happened. Like I get flown out, I do the shooting, I get to like travel and shoot, but it's my team that really deals with the project management side, the editing, the delivery. But yeah, sorry, continue.
So it's just helping them see, we just get lost in the doing.
Yes.
It's just helping people see the results of their work, that this video had an impact on people. They may not be seeing it.
Most entrepreneurs never win on social media because you're not focused. You post everywhere, every now and then, with content that is below what you're capable of making. Chances are you wouldn't even subscribe to you on your own channels if you weren't you. If you wouldn't subscribe to you, you can't expect others to subscribe to you either. We're gonna fix that in this video. So I make all my content for me. I want to spread more belief in myself, and in doing that, I then share it with the world. And thankfully, you guys watch it, you guys enjoy it, and I can build a business off of it. But even if nobody else liked it, I'd be making it just for myself so that I had the content, because this is my own personal development, professional growth series. And so I love learning from Gary. I love being around Gary. I love being around Steve. And well, we don't have a lot of content on AP Giannini, but I love being around, you know, well, my parents don't have a YouTube channel either. Howard Schultz, Kanye West. I love being around more successful people, mission-driven entrepreneurs who are trying to make a change in the world. When I'm around it, it pulls me up. It makes me want to do bigger things. And so I'm inspired by my own content. When I'm going to Instagram and I'm posting a story, part of my morning routine every morning is I post a story. If you see the black and white pictures, that's the current iteration right now. I'll take a picture of myself and I'll have a message on top of it. It'll say the day and then a message. That's a message for me. It's a message that I need to remind myself of. So just before doing the picture, I'll think, what do I need to do? It's not even about sharing. It's about, what do I want from myself? What do I need to remind myself of today? Right? What do I need to remind myself of today so that I show up, that I step up, that I don't coast, that I don't just take it easy, that I live to my potential today, right? Today matters. And so I'll make that message and share it. And then hopefully it touches and inspires other people as well. That's what's missing from so many people who are creating content. You're creating content that is, one, way too self-promotional. You're creating content that it barely speaks to yourself. And you're just posting it and you feel crushed under the weight of having to manage all these different social media accounts and none of them doing well. And then you ask, why am I not growing? And why am I not getting followers? And why am I not getting the results that I need? So I'm a big believer in being able to have the accounts everywhere, but not actually being consistently posting everywhere, because I'd actually rather have you focus on one platform at a time, make it amazing, make it crush, start winning there before you expand and build a team and go to the other platforms. But at the core is you have to be posting content, whether it's videos, written, podcasts, right, audio, whatever the format is. You have to be posting content that you're proud of. You have to be posting content just like any other product or service. If you're selling a product or service, you want to be able to recommend it to your mom. If she had that problem, if she needed your product or service, you would recommend it to her because you believe in it so much, right? You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe in what you're making. Not just because my one word is believe, but because it's actually important. So would you follow you? Are you proud of the work that you're putting up? Even though you know you're capable of more, yes, great, but are you proud of what you made? Was what you posted today the best of what you could do right now, given your current capabilities, resources, and skill set? Yes, awesome, keep going. No, work it. Work harder. Today, show up.
You can choose at any moment positivity. You can choose at any moment gratitude. You can choose at any moment service. You can choose to change your mindset in an instant if you wanted to. The challenge is we're so living in our subconscious mode that we don't catch it soon enough. We don't take the action that we're proud of, and then we regret it. We regret it later on. This morning I woke up really early. I'm very tired. I woke up at 3:45 a.m. for some reason, don't know why. Look at my watch, like 3:45 a.m. What? Oh man. Okay. Whew. Try to go back to sleep, toss turn for about an hour, and then I got up. I was like, okay, it's 4:45. It's almost 5. Let's get up. And I got to work and started doing things. And then the crash hit me. The crash hit me. Just not enough sleep, and everything inside me wanted to shut down. I wanted to just take a complete break, not do my walk in the morning, not take the dogs out. Well, the dogs have to go out, but not do my routine, not do any of my usual stuff, not record videos. Today's a Tuesday when I record. It's video recording day. And it's in these moments, those trying times, that you have to decide who you want to be. You have to decide if you want to choose to be positive, choose to live in gratitude, choose to live in productivity, choose to live in service, or not. What would the future you think of your actions right now?
On our breathing. Back straight, eyes closed, legs crossed. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel that power that you're using to control your breathing. transformation, to oneness, to what we all really are, to the truth. The ultimate truth. That you were born to win control over your mind. That when we all do that, we find out the truth of who we all really are. Infinitely intelligent beings, powerful beyond measure, with the power of all knowing right here, right now, this moment. You're already made of all knowing of the universe. You're made of that same stuff. With that, you can always have and be your true, peaceful, happy, kind, loving self. No matter what. As you reflect back on your effort today, always remember that if you gave your best in whatever you were doing, that you can do it now, and you can do it forever. That's what makes you a winner. Born to be happy and peaceful, to be mind healthy and wealthy, always. No matter what's going on outside your mind, no matter what anybody or anything suggests about you, any negativity, that's all a lie. It's all losses. Losses that we, as determination, we get to transform to wind, to truth, to accuracy of who we really are. And that's why I love you and everybody in this universe. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. Enjoy every moment. You're the greatest gift ever. Love you all so much. Take care.